Now, let's discover the 7 animals humans still can't keep. Great white shark. For years, aquariums around the world chased what seemed like the ultimate prize, a living great white shark. Millions of visitors dreamed of seeing the ocean's most legendary predator up close. But every attempt ended the same way. Some sharks stopped eating within days. Others became so stressed that they repeatedly crashed into the walls of their tanks. The failure wasn't caused by poor care or a lack of food. It was caused by something humans could never replace: freedom. Great white sharks spend their lives crossing thousands of miles of open ocean, constantly searching for prey and following seasonal migration routes. No aquarium, regardless of its size, can recreate that endless journey. Confined to a limited space, the sharks experience intense stress and eventually refuse to eat. After decades of costly experiments, scientists reached a simple conclusion: some animals were never meant to live behind glass. For the great white shark, survival begins where the ocean has no end. Narwhal. Scientists once believed that they could bring the Arctic's most mysterious whale into captivity. They were wrong. Every attempt ended in failure. Some narwhals survived only a few weeks despite receiving expert care around the clock. The problem wasn't food or disease. It was the Arctic itself. Narwhals spend their lives beneath drifting sea ice, diving thousands of feet into freezing waters and traveling with close family groups. Their long spiral tusks are filled with millions of sensitive nerve endings, allowing them to detect tiny changes in their surroundings. Even the smallest difference in temperature, pressure, or noise can trigger intense stress. No aquarium has ever been able to recreate that fragile environment. After decades of failed attempts, scientists accepted a difficult truth: some animals cannot survive without the world that shaped them. For the narwhal, home isn't just where it lives. It's the reason it survives. Leatherback Sea Turtle. The leatherback sea turtle has survived since the age of the dinosaurs, but it has never truly adapted to life in captivity. Rescue centers have saved injured leatherbacks for short periods, yet keeping them long-term has remained almost impossible. The problem isn't a lack of care, it's the turtle's extraordinary lifestyle. Unlike other sea turtles, leatherbacks spend nearly their entire lives swimming across open oceans, traveling thousands of miles between feeding and nesting grounds. They also dive deeper than most marine reptiles, reaching depths where few other turtles can survive. Even the largest tanks cannot provide the endless space, changing currents, and natural conditions their bodies depend on. Confined for too long, many become stressed, stop feeding, or injure themselves against tank walls. Scientists eventually realized one simple truth: some journeys can never be contained. For the leatherback sea turtle, survival begins where the ocean never ends. Mountain gorilla. Unlike other gorilla species, the mountain gorilla has never successfully adapted to life in captivity. For decades, zoos hoped they could protect this endangered giant behind secure enclosures. But those plans never became reality. Mountain gorillas depend on a cool, misty forest filled with hundreds of different plants that make up their natural diet. They also live in close family groups where every social bond plays a vital role in their survival. Removing them from that environment creates intense physical and emotional stress. Even the best zoos cannot recreate the complex ecosystem of their mountain home. Instead of bringing them into captivity, scientists chose a different path. They focused on protecting the forests where the gorillas already thrive. Sometimes the greatest way to save an animal isn't to move it somewhere safer. It's to protect the only home it has ever known. Indri Lemur. Scientists once believed captivity could help save the Indri from extinction. Instead, it revealed just how impossible that task would be. Every known attempt to keep an Indri in captivity ended in failure. Many survived only a short time, despite receiving constant care. The problem wasn't disease or a lack of food. It was the forest they left behind. Found only in Madagascar, Indris rely on a highly specialized diet of fresh leaves, flowers, and young shoots that are difficult to provide year-round. They also spend their lives leaping through towering trees and communicating with haunting songs that echo across the rainforest. No enclosure can truly replace that world. Without it, the animals quickly become stressed and struggle to survive. Today, scientists agree that protecting Madagascar's forests offers the only real hope for the Indri's future. Leopard seal. Few predators are as unpredictable as the leopard seal. With powerful jaws and razor-sharp teeth, it sits near the top of Antarctica's food chain. Unlike many marine mammals, leopard seals have almost never been kept in captivity for long. The challenge isn't just their strength. It's their wild nature. These solitary hunters roam icy waters alone, covering vast distances while hunting penguins, fish, and even other seals. They rely on cold oceans, constant movement, and behaviors that simply cannot be recreated inside an enclosure. When rescued, they are usually cared for only until they recover before being released back into the wild. Scientists know that keeping them any longer can increase stress and create serious risks for both the animal and its caretakers. Some predators don't belong behind barriers. They belong where the Antarctic Ocean remains untamed. Blue whale. The blue whale is the largest animal ever known to have lived on Earth. Yet despite all of humanity's technology, no one has ever kept one in captivity. The reason is astonishingly simple. No enclosure could ever be big enough. An adult blue whale can grow over 100 feet long and travel thousands of miles every year in search of food and breeding grounds. It consumes several tons of krill each day and depends on the open ocean to support its enormous body. Recreating that environment is far beyond anything humans have ever built. Even transporting a healthy blue whale would be nearly impossible without putting its life at risk. For this giant, the ocean isn't just a habitat. It's an entire life support system. Some animals are simply too extraordinary to be confined. And the blue whale remains the greatest reminder that nature will always be larger than anything humans can build. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more incredible wildlife stories. See you in the next video.